lads. Right, good morning peepsticles. We're down at Adam's dad's garage. We're going to get the Saxo. The Saxo is here next to this lovely looking Rolls Royce. But we're going to get the Saxo inside the garage. So we're down at ADS Autos, as I said, Adam's dad's. We've got a big space in here next to a nice little Sierra Cosworth. If you can see that in a minute. We've got our own space in there. We're going to do we're going to get up on the ramp and see what's cracking underneath, see if anything needs changing. We've got a budget of 200 quid. Actually, we've got 250 because we spent 450 on the car altogether. So we've got a budget of 250 quid. I spoke to PBS. PBS sending us some brakes out tomorrow. So we've got some track pads coming in tomorrow. Hello, hello. Got some track pads coming tomorrow. We've got a little bit of a basket going on Euro car parts, so we've got some discs in there at the minute, and oil filter in there at the minute. So we're going to basically look under the car, see what suspension work needs doing. I've got onto Lark Speed are ready, on hand on a phone call, send them stuff out next day if we need it, like some bushes or some anti-roll bars, things like that. But we're going to get it up on this ramp, check all the important bits, and then we've got to then we've got to see how much we've got to spend on mods. We've seen some things on Facebook around here, like there's a strut brace which is like not that far for 40 quid on Facebook, but this is our unit. Now I've actually got, if we get time, Adam had some spare purple wrap in the Greenlight warehouse, which is here. So we're gonna obviously look at the important bits first on the car. This is the first time we've seen this colour. Oh wow, it's very glossy. It's like a bit of a two-tone. Yeah, it's got a bit of a... Yeah, it really looks good on the camera. It looks blue on here than purple on the outsides. So we've got like 4 meters of that, so we're going to see where we get on with that. Like I said, we're going to prioritise the bits which get us around the track first. So we're going to get it up. We're going to play around with all the bushes with a breaker bar or something. And then hopefully we don't really need any suspension parts or anything like that. The car feels really good, but we're going to just get up and have a look now. It definitely needs a hoover. Yeah. And this is why you don't buy a car at night or in the rain, everybody. Because... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, we thought it was really good paint last night. I don't know if the camera can see that.
Has someone sanded that?
Many scratches down the whole door. But no, we've got good tyres and good... Now, they are new pads and discs, to be fair, but we don't trust them, so... We're going to change them anyway. This side's a lot better.
Start her up. Let's
start the beast up. Hey, look at that. Cold rev, good one, Adam. It's a bit rich. Wonder why. Probably that shitty air filter. Look at the whip. Bit of a trim missing there, but ignore that. The beast. So we've just opened the bonnet. Our dipstick has gone somewhere. I definitely did put it back in. Surely we'd be using a lot of vacuum there? Oh, okay, so we need a dipstick. We need a dipstick. This needs sorting, this lumber wire. I can't have that because that's... Oh, you bastard. What is it?
A window regulator.
Oh, that's a window regulator. Oh, that, okay, yeah. So our window doesn't go down. It's got no regulator inside.
It's also got no motor inside.
And, yeah, so... Right, should we get it up in the air?
Yeah.
Oh, completely held on by cable ties. Actually got the Pilot Sports, and nothing new with them. They're really good tyres actually, yeah. So that's good. Now this is definitely rattling. I'm going to touch it just now. It's very oily around here. We're going to have to keep topped up with the oil. Oh, the sills are intact. Yeah, let's start prodding on stuff. Yeah, let's get the wheels off the air. So we have good news and bad news right away. This wheel's absolutely solid, so all bushes and everything's fine there. This wheel is not. The wheel bearing's fucked. Look at that. So the wheel bearing's fucked, which is what that noise I was getting last night. So we need a new wheel bearing. So we best start getting that wheel off right away. Right, so we're gonna need a wheel bearing for the front, so I'm gonna start pulling all that apart. There's a bush on the rear axle here which is on its way out, but for the set we've not really got time to change. We're going to need a whole new rear axle, and it's just not worth it, so we're leaving that. But this wheel bearing needs doing ASAP. Now there's a load of CV grease around here, but I've looked at the CV boot and it's fine, so I'm not sure if it's from like an old drive shaft or something. But yeah, let's start pulling all this shit off. Caliper off, disc off, bottom arm off, drive shaft out. So camera. Right, we're making absolute light work of this. I'm gonna have to pull off the hub and the strut all in one. So steering rack's off, drop links off, drive shafts out, discs off. You can see the wobble in it. Look at that wobble in that. Absolutely ruining. You see it when it's moving. Yeah, drive shaft off, bottom arms off, track rods off, drop links off. So now I just need to do the 3 bolts at the top. Whole strut will come out, and I'm pretty sure these are pressed in. These wheel bearings are pressed in. So luckily we've got a press here. So the strut actually doesn't come away from the hub. It's really weird. It's like all seems like one piece, because normally you've got a bolt there which will release a strut from the hub, but this just isn't. Right, so we've got to grind this little outer ring off. Is that from the bearing of the wheel bearing?
Yeah,
stuck on, is it?
On this little channel here is where your ball bearings sit.
Yeah.
Obviously you have the same on what would be here.
Yeah.
It hasn't come off. Sometimes they just seize on.
Right.
You just do a little diagonal cut.
Diagonal cut, yeah.
You should get to a point where you
start splitting.
Yeah, and then you just get a chisel,
yeah,
a bit of whack,
bang it off,
release the tension, and it should just slide off.
Awesome. Right, so we've got a Euro car parts order on the way. We've got a wheel bearing and 2 discs, 2 Brembo discs for the front. It was like 30 quid for all of it, like dirt fucking cheap. These seem okay, everything else seems okay. The drop links seem pretty new, they're alright. We're gonna go to a scrap yard now. There's actually a Saxo scrap yard around the corner. I've seen a few things. We need a headrest because one of the seats hasn't got a headrest. We found out that it's just missing a bolt on that seat, so we don't need to do any drilling or anything like that. It's literally just missing a bolt. That's good. So what do we need from a scrap yard? We need a headrest, and we needed something. What do we need from the scrap yard?
Window regulators, we've got one.
Yeah. What was the other thing? The important thing. What was it?
So we look for an air.
Oh, what do we need? What was the important thing that we fucking needed? Yeah, so it's a dipstick. That was needed. Need a dipstick, and we're going to see if we can get a standard airbox, because this is just crap, and I'm not a fan of cone fillers. They just make the car run rich as fuck, and it just messes with everything. So we're going to see if we can get a standard airbox. We've got an oil breather there, which is just going to fucking nothing, which is always also cool. Hey, Saxo there, straight away. Oh, there's a couple down there. Yeah. Right, so there's a couple Saxos at the back here. He says go and have a look. The red one here. Right, so we've got a VTR airbox, which is good. It's going to run miles better with that on. Dipstick on, getting a window regulator. Well, doing anything else?
The washer bottle was there.
Yeah.
It was underneath. The regulator, the motor for it, you could hear. So that was working.
So the washer bottle?
The bottle was under there, but there was no, I don't think the one's inside the other, so I don't know if the bottle's broke or
right,
if there's something on there. So.
Yeah, it'd be handy to have that, wouldn't it? Got all our parts. Right, 50 quid, got all them bits. Right, so we just stopped off at a wrapping place, and we've got 10 metres of Nardo grey.
Kindly donated by MDP Supplies.
Was it? Is it donated, is it?
Yeah, donated.
So now we're going to do a full car wrap on the Saxo. Some might say a little bit optimistic. How hard can it be?
Shit, we got this. Maybe.
There's our wrap. We've got some mic fibres and some clay. So we're going to literally prep the whole body. I've got some sticky stuff remover here to get rid of all this shit. Not sure what it is. Hopefully I can get that off. We're going to prep the whole body. Need something to glue that down. A bit of fucking overspray there. Good one, lads. We're waiting for the wheel bearing to come back in. And I'm also going to drop the oil. We're going to change the oil as well. So we need to bring Euro car parts back and get another oil filter. In the meantime, I'm going to drop the oil. And I'm also going to check the gearbox oil as well while we're up there. So, yeah, let's crack on. But yeah, we're going to wrap the whole fucking car in Nardo grey. It's going to look sick. We're going to do it. I think we'll be able to smash it. We'll be able to smash this. See how black it is. Very black. So we was thinking about getting some Palflex bushes for the front wishbones, but we don't really have that much time to do it. So we was only going to do it if they were bad. But they're solid, and they're solid as well, so the wishbone bushes are fine, so cool. Right, so I'm in the middle of changing the spark plugs. One of them's been a bit annoying, so I'm going to come back to it. I need to pick a bit of rubber off. We're going to come back to this door and do the window regulator. Well, attempt to do it anyway. So this is the innovation that's been happening at the minute, the piece of wood to stop the window coming down. Here's all the old wire, so I'm guessing it's just snapped off. And the bolt's still there, and the bolt's at the bottom as well. So hold this, we've got the bolts in there, actually rivets in there, which is going to be annoying. We're going to have to drill them rivets out and then change this, the whole regulator. So I'm going to crack on with that. This is... so this thing here, yeah.
That stands so recognisable, isn't it?
Right, so should I put that little clip back in there now? Right, so I'm going to have to, drill this out, and then we're going to have to put have you got a tap and die set? Yeah. Right, I have to drill that, because that's going to bolt in instead, isn't it?
Yeah, so we'll probably have to rivet
we rivet it, yeah.
we got rivets. Yeah.
Right, it's finally bloody out. The connectors are different from this one to that one, so I'm going to chop this wire and wire in the new connector. Right, so I've got that plugged in, bolted in. I've got the wires soldered. Let's give it a little bit of a test. Perfect. Hey! Oh, maybe not. Right, the wheel bearing's in, thanks to my man. Wheel bearing's in, so we can put this back on now. And then we can start wrapping it, Adam.
We're going to start wrapping it. We're going to plane this off first and then wrapping it. Why am I speaking to you? Well done, Frank.
Speak to the camera, mate, it's fine. Looks clean on camera. Right, so where are we up to? Suspension's all back together, the brake disc, I'm waiting for the pads tomorrow from PBS, so we'll have to put the pads in then, but they're all ready to go. I managed to get out that last spark plug, coil pack's back on, all the oil breathers are back on, dipstick's in. We need to top up the oil. Well, dipstick's almost in. It's a bit long, this dipstick, isn't it? Yeah, the suspension's all back on. We're going to start wrapping in a minute, which is going to be the fun thing. It looks really good on camera.
Have you shown them the actual colour and not the purple?
Oh, right, yeah. So we're going Nardo grey. We went in the shop and we couldn't decide between this and yellow, but we thought the Nardo grey would look so clean and like nice. And we both, well, he has a very, very bright yellow car. Mine's kind of bright. So we thought we'd go with something a bit cleaner. So we're going to see how we get on with wrapping the whole car. Are we going to start on this wing and this door?
Yes, we can start on the wing. Doors still being started, so we take that long nuts and maybe the bonnet.
Yeah. Bonnet wing, yeah, I think that wing is going to be easy. Are we going to do it in one piece or are we going to piece it along here, do you think?
I reckon we do it in one piece.
Yeah.
And then if we need to, we'll see how it sits on there. If it folds in nice, great. If not, then we'll put a little slip down.
Right.
Which I've seen done a couple of times before.
It's been a long day, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a very long day.
It's been fun though. We've actually got so much done.
The Citroen breakers over in Billericay was fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Oh yeah, so we've got the standard airbox all plugged in and properly working now, so I think I'll start it up in a sec. I'll have to put some oil on it and see how she's cracking. Right, there's still an issue with this front left wheel. I think I've had a look and I think there's a drive shaft in there which shouldn't belong in a VTR. I think it's got the wrong drive shaft in and it's causing a little bit of play in the hub. But we're going to start wrapping, we're going to sort that tomorrow, so here we go. Right, so we've wrapped a wing and the bonnet. It's not been easy. I'm going to get here first thing tomorrow and finish other things off, but we're gonna try and get the whole car done by Saturday in the wrap. Hopefully we can.
We'll give it a go.
We'll definitely give it a go. It's very difficult, very time consuming, but we've got a little bit of a better hang of it now, so hopefully when we're doing the doors and stuff, it should be easier.